Hey everyone, welcome back. Excited to have you here. I think I'm on a slight delay here, so we'll wait. I was just sharing this out. If there's, there it goes. If you stopping by, say hi in the comment box below. Let us know where you're from. If this is our Have It All Live Q&A session, so if you have any questions whatsoever, now would be a great time to sneak in there and ask them. I'm just going to share this on my wall as well. If you guys have been enjoying these and you want to invite someone to come hang out with us today, share it as well. What's up, Tori? 1 second, guys. I will be with you. All right, sweet. All right, so while we're waiting for some people to come in and people to say hi, I just want to acknowledge Tori since he's on here. Tori actually joined our Ascension program. For those of you guys that don't know, we have an Ascension program. The program is basically a 12-month-long journey with Guy and I as your spiritual Sherpas. So we take you on different life experience adventures. We work with you one-on-one, and throughout the whole year, you are basically in a constant state of expansion and growth, really challenging yourself, starting to push yourself constantly in a state of what I call like that electric fence. Right? Fear is interesting. Fear is one of those things that we want to do something. Our heart says, okay, I want to do this. And then you take that step, and because of some old programming, you reach that point and you get almost this like zap and shock, and it bounces you back a little bit. Well, everything about Have It All is really what could you create and how could you create your programming such that you attack those moments and you attack those things that electrocute you. You don't run away the other way, because that's what you've been doing for decades. And you all know, because you've all seen those Facebook things, right, with the memes. It's like everyone thinks success is this line, and then it's like success is actually this, squiggly whatever thing like that. Well, it's this squiggly thing is because you want to do X, and your heart tells you, okay, and you feel it. You just know it, and it tells you, go here. And then everything inside is like, no, go the other way. I'm so scared, blah, blah, blah. And what if you lived a life where you didn't have to run away all the time? What if you actually lived a life that you attacked those things? And that's what Tori did. He even messaged me today. He's like, I'm so scared and so excited at the same time. Yeah, man. To me, that's the balancing act of life. If you're not living in a state of excitement and scared at the same time, I just said to someone, one of our other Ascension members, I just had a call with him right now. And I said to him, like, I wrote down in a thing today, I said, comfort is death. People, I know everyone wants to be comfortable and this and that. But truly, comfort is death. If you're seeking comfort, that means you have a flatline life. And who the fuck wants a flatline life? We're here to have extraordinary, have it all lives. And to have it all lives, you need to lay a bungee cord, or not a bungee cord, a tightrope across your mountain, that when you look down, your heart skips 7 beats, not just 1 beat. And you just figure out a way to balance that thing. Because on the other side of that tightrope is the life you truly want. So having said that, so again, congratulations to Tori for taking that huge step in his journey. And I'm so excited to take him on that journey. Want to say hi to a few people that joined us here. So Bev and Ed, always a pleasure to have you here. Richard Clark, My boy from Ibiza, always happy to have you here as well. Darius, good to see you, my man. And let's drop some questions in there. I know you guys have had some amazing questions here for us recently, so I'm looking for some other ones. Let me see if we had any ones while you guys are typing those in. Let me see if there's ones that we didn't get to from last time. I think I actually saved a few. All right, so I'll give you guys an opportunity to drop those in there. What's up, Joshua? All right, so I do have one here from last time, two actually that from last time that we didn't answer. But since Tori's the man of the hour, I'm going to answer Tori's question first. So Tori asks, I'm interested in some spiritual energy healing techniques. Oh, hey, Mr. Guy Ferdman. I don't think he's got enough power to come on. Bro, is there any way that you can join us, or probably your internet connection is not so great? Yeah, I think he's on a bus actually coming out of the jungle from Costa Rica. So next time you guys are on here, it should be a very interesting conversation. All right, so Tori's asking, I'm interested in some spiritual energy healing techniques. Personally, it's not my world. It's not something that I do personally. So I can't speak to that. What I can speak is about experiences that I've had of energy, spiritual healing work done to me. I'll drop you a link, bro. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. One second here. Let me just get Guy a link, and he might actually be able to join us here in a little bit. Guy. All right, cool. All right, broski. I dropped it in there for you. All right. So I've never physically done any of that stuff. I've had Reiki done to me multiple times. Amazing. So I know if you were to look at actually using that as a healing thing, that would be a great place to look. There's some other stuff that we've been, hey, Sarah, what's up? Yeah, Richard's already chiming in with Reiki. So there's some other things that I've heard of recently, like it's something called theta healing. A good buddy of mine went to do that. Theta healing is really, Guy and I have been reading this incredible book. I mean, incredible. I don't even know if I can call it a book. It's called Gene Keys.
Broski, I'm here. I just need you to give me video access.
Woo-hoo! That's a pleasant voice.
Hey, I'm going to chill for a few minutes and then I'm going to go, but I'll say hi.
Okay, so
I'm actually on Wi-Fi right now.
Co-host.
Yep, should be good now. Cool.
Yo,
sweet.
What's up, buddy?
Hola. Can you actually see my face, or is it too dark?
It's too dark. Kind of see your face.
I'm in a very small room.
So just so you guys know, this is the first time I'm speaking to him or hearing his voice since he's gone on his journey into the jungle. So this
jungle diving.
This is a cool moment for me as well.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
So you are probably well more equipped to talk about energy healing and things like that. So you live in a place called San Diego.
Yeah, maybe. What was the question?
So hold on one second. Let me just drop these other questions in here so we don't lose them. The question is, Tori, who I was just saying just joined our Ascension program,
what's up, man?
Yeah, is interested in some spiritual energy healing techniques.
Yeah, I mean that's a wide range of things that could be possible there. I think you'd have to be more specific, Tori. You know, like anything from network chiropractic to just people who are gifted with their hands and do great energy work. I mean, it's a wide spectrum. So I'm fortunate to live in a place where there's a lot of different people doing a lot of really good work in that space. So I think it just depends on what you're looking for: physical healing, emotional healing, spiritual healing.
I mean, tell them. I know you've had things like sound healing done as well.
Yeah, sure. I would look for, I mean, easy things to do is go do like a cacao ceremony. You can even do one of those at home by yourself. I definitely recommend getting really high quality cacao, specifically from South America, like Guatemala or Costa Rica is a good place to get it from. Easy to make. You just need a lot of cacao powder. They usually come in bricks when it's high quality. You scrape some off, put a little cayenne pepper, a little vanilla in there. It should be thick, almost like mud. Do that and just put on some music that does it for you. It's very heart opening. I mean, natural instruments are usually recommended over electronica, although electronica does do a lot of sound healing for me too. Just you can hit me up later, buddy, and just let me know what you're looking for, and I could try to guide you best I can. It's a pretty broad range.
Yeah. I would tell you, like, even for me, energy healing stuff can be anything from Reiki, which I highly recommend.
Sure.
I've just recently done acupuncture, and I think with the right acupuncturist, the woman that I go to, it's interesting. Like she and her husband have both done ayahuasca. Her husband is, I didn't know that this existed, but there's people, bro, like in ayahuasca ceremonies, the people that actually blow the smoke on you, like when the shaman comes and blows the smoke on you in a very precise manner.
Mm-hmm.
So there's guys that do healing with tobacco, like the actual tobacco plant.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they release blockages in your body. And her husband basically was during an ayahuasca ceremony was like given this download of how to do it. And there's just like a very, very small group of people in the entire world that know how to do this. So whatever, I say this to you guys because they're of that level. And we have some really, really cool conversations about acupuncture. And I always ask, because I'm interested about like, what's the background and how it works and this and that. And it's like these little needles in actuality are almost like mini satellite dishes that attract a certain energy, and the way they design them on your body. So what's really interesting is like I went because I had this thing with my knee. And so the right knee, you don't stick needles in the right knee to have that energy flow. You actually, this elbow here on your left elbow is actually the representative of your right knee. So it's really cool. Like when you talk to people that really know about this stuff, it's pretty amazing.
Also, a lot of times with stuff like that, like you're talking about, it's like if your right knee hurts, that's left brain, which means it's something in your masculine that's probably needs healing. Like if you've done like a lot of if you have physical pain and you've done a lot of physical, what's the word I'm looking for? When you do like recuperation on the physical level, like what Eugene does. Like any kind of physical therapy, yeah. And it's not working for you, probably it's something subconscious or emotional that's going on that just hasn't been released yet. Also, a lot of times, like people actually injure their right shoulder, and by working it out, you're actually creating disbalance in the body. And actually, if you would work out the left shoulder, the right shoulder would heal.
Yeah.
You could also, when you're sitting in meditation practice, like if one side of your body is well and the other side is not, you can actually request that this side sends the information to that side about how to heal. Like the body is an amazing healing tool. Like Ilan said, with tobacco, we have blockages that don't allow for energy flow to happen in a specific way in the body. Chakras get misaligned. We get hit and your hip like kind of twists a little bit, and nerves get pinched, and the body is no longer sending messages the right way to the body. And it really is just about like sending homeostasis from one side of the body to the other side. And that stuff can really make a big difference. I've definitely seen sporadic and very palpable, including this last few days, healing with plant medicine as well. In my neck, and my knees, and my shoulders, all sorts of things. It's like defragging pain receptors in the body, basically.
By the way, for all of you guys that have shared this video, thank you so much. Love you for doing that. Thank you so much. All right. So Darius asked, why don't people do the right things to better their future? Are they just scared?
Let me pop in here because I'm probably going to jump off after this question.
Please.
It's a good question. I think most people mistake joy and happiness for comfort. or they say I want to be happy and they say I want to be joyous, but what they really want is they want comfort. And comfort to me means a predictable future. So your brain, right, is obsessed with survival. And, again, one of the reasons I go do this is because you basically have to like face your death in a lot of these experiences. And that's the ultimate push your limitation in terms of what your brain accepts as survival. So I think if you've lived a life where you've been in the small container of what's acceptable to risk, you've programmed your brain, your subconscious, your mind, your heart, all of it to really be in kind of a small container. And it's just because your brain is like, well, I don't care whether what the emotion around it is. That's really your feeling about it. What your brain really cares about is just like that we will survive the situation. So if it's comfortable, the brain will continue to do it. And people, I see people, this is an opinion more than a fact, people work against their best interests. We see this in society all the time. The people who go to military and go to wars are the people who are the most poor and the most or the least represented inside the system, and they're the ones that go overseas, end up killing people to fight for a system that's not working for them. So I think when it comes to like our personal condition, it's a lot of the same thing. We end up fighting for a system, our own system, that's personally actually not working for us. And yet, because we know the results of it, it's predictable. We know how people are going to act when we act that way. We know how we're going to respond when things happen that way. To the brain, that's just what they go for. And then, things that are outside that element, they create a sensation in the body. Like if you do that, you're either going to look foolish or stupid, or, like it feels like death. And if biologically speaking, when something goes against your life experience or your opinion, it's on the equivalence of a knife coming at your face, like to the brain. So, the brain is a really powerful tool, both for visualization in terms of creating patterning that you do want to have. And it's really, really powerful when you pattern something in and you're unconscious or unawakened to certain phenomenons that are in your life. And you're really just running on automation and then going, well, I want this. And, you haven't been aware of the automation that's really running the show. I think that's really the point of spirituality, of mysticism, of plant medicines, is to of neuroscience, of personal development, of all of it. It all works hand in hand together. I don't think one is better than the other. I think they all need to be done personally. That's the point. It's to raise consciousness. It's to give you that new faith, that belief in going for things that you have not yet seen or experienced, and understanding how to participate in the creation process of manifesting new things in your life without having to see it first. I know that's been our experience. It's something we actively work on. I truly believe that is a phenomenon, like an exercise to work on consistently. And for those of you guys who follow me, follow Ilan, and we talk about the things we talk about. It's why we talk about them, because it's helped us in so many ways, just like open up the channels for manifestation and creation significantly beyond what the secret might touch upon, which is like just the power of intention and really how to reprogram yourself at the deepest core of yourself in terms of your personal belief in self-worth and how that's correlated to your ability to manifest and create things in this life.
Yeah, brilliantly said. Do you have to run, bud?
Yeah, I'd like to. We've been in the car for 7 hours and I haven't eaten in forever. And as much as I want to be here, and I seem clear, I'm not in the not in the optimal headspace. Not in the optimal headspace. I'm integrating.
Well, I will. I'll hit you up when I'm back from dinner and all that stuff, and hopefully we can chat. Would love to catch up.
Awesome. Yeah, send love to everybody, and happy birthday to Leah.
Thank you. Love you, man.
All right, guys. Have a blast. Yeah, love you too. Likewise. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, it's just so surreal. Like so he left last, I want to say it was last Thursday, to Costa Rica, and I literally haven't heard his voice till he just came on. So just happy to hear him and know that he's okay. So Darius, I'll add a couple of things to what Guy said, which I thought he gave you some really, really good answers there. And I'll answer it, and I'll also ask you another question in return, which is, you phrased your question this way: why don't people do the right things to better their future? My question is this: do people know what the right thing is to better their future. Like, think about your life experience. And I'm not just talking to Darius. I mean, all of you, think about your life experience. I guarantee that most of you, whether you go back 5 or 10 or 15 years ago, the right thing for you to do at that time is very different than what you would consider the right thing to do is today for your future, right? So keep that in mind. And then the other thing to keep in mind is that human beings, for the most part, not you guys, because you guys are here engaged in this level of conversation, you guys need to understand you're what we call fringe dwellers. You're the weirdos. We all are. This is not the norm of the world. You guys get that? We're the 1%ers. We're also the ones that are going to shift the way this planet moves in the next 100, 200, 300 years. You are all the catalyst to that. The reason we started SatoriPrime and the reason we started this Have It All movement is for that, to attract enough of us to create that tipping point. Because here's the bottom line. The majority of the world are robots being run on autopilot, and the autopilot robot is ego. And I'm not saying this from a standpoint like, I don't want you to hear ego is bad. Okay? Fight ego, kill ego. I don't believe in any of that. Ego is a part of us. A wonderful part of us. It's the thing that keeps you alive. It's, for the most part, why you're even here today. And having said that, the majority of people who have been programmed, whether it's by media or news or whatever else, right, are programmed by fear. From a very young age, whether it was organized religion that told them that they need to be afraid of death or need to be afraid of going to hell or whatever it was, or if you're going to be bad, this is going to happen, right? All of that shame and guilt and make wrong limits who you can be as a human being. And so, Darius, to your question is, I truly just believe that people are always doing what they believe is right for their future. And the issue is different. The issue is more from the standpoint of we don't see others. We see us in others. And that could be a very dangerous thing. And let me explain why. You have an experience with someone in your life, okay? And that experience says that if I were in that person's shoes, I would be doing X, Y, and Z, or I wouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z. And with that comes a should. They should do that, an expectation, right? Because this is the way that I would respond in this situation. And when that person doesn't respond that way, we automatically go to, what the hell is wrong with them? Is this guys like landing for you guys? And it's interesting because when we do that, we basically are saying that there's something wrong with that person because they are not responding the way that I would normally respond. Now, here's the thing. Everyone that is walking through the planet right now has their own life experiences. And mostly we don't even see reality. We just see what our memories are allowing us to see as reality. So, Darius, you have your life experiences. Ilan has his life experiences. Sarah Jane hers. Amber hers. Miguel his. Richard Clark his, right? And we could all be experiencing the same thing, and none of us would see the same thing. We're all going to see a slightly different variation because we see through the filter of our memories. So I want you to take on, because saying like, why don't people do the right things is almost like a dangerous sentence to you. It tells me more about your perception of others. And that's a great place to look, Darius. Right? Because somewhere in that, there's a judgment. And if you're judging others, you're not present, right? There's a judgment. So if we could love and accept every single human being exactly the way they are and exactly the way they are not, and love them for it, that to me is true enlightenment. That to me allows for what every old text and religion ever speaks of, which is love thy neighbor like you love yourself. The thing that made all of these, the Buddha and Martin Luther King and Gandhi and Mother Teresa and Jesus, all supernatural human beings, is they treated every other human being with unconditional love, regardless of their story, regardless of their background, regardless of what they've done. They had a capacity to love that person regardless of their judgment of how they were living their lives. And that, to me, is the ultimate. I'm not saying that that is easy. Don't get those words twisted. That's, to me, the transformational journey. Love. I mean, truly, like Sarah Jane is saying, like, all you need is love. It's funny, I had my daughter is turning 4 today. So right after this, I'm actually going out to dinner to celebrate with her. And yesterday, I was in bed. We have like a nighttime routine, and we tuck them in, and we call it spinka in Russian, which is like back tickles. So we just sit there and talk. And I said to her, I was like, I'm amazed that this is the last time ever that you'll be a 3-year-old. Like, I'm going to go to bed, you're going to go to bed, and tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to be my 4-year-old. And I just leaned in and I was like, I just want you to know that I love you. And it doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. I love you no matter what. And you need to know that you don't have to do anything to earn my love. You will always have it, and you will have it unconditionally. And she goes, even when I do something bad, you still love me? I was like, no matter what, I will still love you. And she says, well, if you love me so much, then won't your heart break because you're just going to give me all the love? And I was like, no. And it's interesting. So pay attention. 4-year-old, right? We've been fed some nonsense, right? That if we give and give and give, that at some point we have nothing left to give. And it's the complete opposite. And that's what I was saying to her. It's like, no, sweetie, the more you love and the more you give love to others, the more love you will have. And guys, that is true for everything in the world. Everything. You want more money? Give more money. You want more love? Give more love. You want more forgiveness? Give more forgiveness. It's just a circle. It's like a universal law. I don't pretend to understand how this stuff works. I just know experientially this stuff works. Try it. Just try it. I'm telling you, like, you want to live an unimaginably amazing, incredible life? Try it. Think of the one thing you want and go give that to 10 people. See how fast it comes back to you. It's amazing. Yeah, it works. It just works. So Darius, I know that was kind of like went this way and that way and all around. And I just want to check in with you. Did that offer you value? Did that answer your question? If you have any follow-up questions, happy to help you after that. So that was Darius. If any of you guys had any follow-up questions, then let me know to that as well. I know that kind of went this way and that way. Tori writes, we do not attract what we want. We attract what we are. Brilliant. Yes. Sarah Jane, live it, think it, feel it, be it. I love it. I would actually say, Sarah, that I would just switch the feel it as the first thing, because I've started to realize that feeling it, that feeling like here, you know, when something just vibrates inside of you and you start breathing a little bit differently, and it's almost like that nervous excitement, if you will. I find that if you feel that and you just trust that and move with that, instead of thinking about things or all that stuff, just feel that. It will always, always, always lead you to your best life. Now, I didn't say your easiest, most whatever fruitful, unbelievable, like, you know, unicorns shitting ice cream out of their butts life. I meant the perfect life. Your feelings will put you into situations and circumstances and in front of people that will serve your highest self much more than your mind. Yeah, and I don't know if it's Jair. I hope I didn't murder that name. But yeah, it's that intuition, and it's that part of us, guys, that I can tell you, watching my kids grow up, we are born with it. And whatever happens to us as children, I feel like life beats it out of us. And then us, the fringe dwellers, are like, you know what? I don't buy the way that these people are living their lives. I'm going to go back to my source. I'm going to go back to what I believe will drive my best life. And that we all come back to here. How many of you guys right now, if I ask this question, and please answer, like, do you consider yourself a heart person? Do you consider yourself a heart person? And just let me know in the comment box, hit a bunch of hearts, do whatever you got to do. Like, here's my assertion. I believe that SatoriPrime, we attract heart people. Plain and simple. I believe that we attract heart people. And I'm not saying that we always were heart people. I'm just saying I know that the people that gravitate towards us are heart people. And that doesn't mean that we always follow the heart, right? But we are clear that this serves us way more than this. And what you guys are here to find out is how to follow this more than this. And the tools and everything that we do in our Have It All Academy, everything that we do with the Ascension program that Tori signed up for, is all about giving heart back its true mastership. It's allowing your heart to lead you to the most unbelievable life. Truly, if you guys want to find out more and are interested in these tools and all that stuff, private message us. Like, find out how we can, whether it's group coaching or one-on-one coaching. That's what we are committed to, is waking up the heart people of this world so that we create such a massive revolution that it's unfucking arguable with. That you walk into a room and that room is transformed by the virtue of you being there. Relationships are better around you. People are more successful and fulfilled and happy and healthy just because they're around you. I'm not shitting you. I've started to believe recently that people come into our lives to have their dreams fulfilled. Like, I'm a dream maker. People around me have exceptional lives. And that's it. And I feel like if we created a whole bunch of us all over the world, we'd live in a pretty sweet ass place. And that's my commitment. And that's why we're here. So I know that was a long-winded way to get there, but all right. So we're going to do one more question today. Because again, my daughter just turned 4 and I want to go celebrate with her, but I wanted to be here with you guys just as much. And I told her. So Joshua Snyder asked, cheap, good meditation practices. All right. So I'm just going to say this real quick. If you're attending these live calls, if you are part of a SatoriPrime family, if you're being coached by us or not being coached by us, you're thinking of being coached by us, I don't care. If you're here, and I know there's a bunch of you here on a regular basis, like Kim reached out to me a bunch of times, Sarah Jane, Tori, obviously I've seen you a bunch, Richard Clark, like you guys know who you are, Bevan Ed, you guys know who you are. I can't recommend more highly to you to meditate every single day. And again, I don't care if you do it for 5 minutes a day. I don't care if you do it for 10 minutes a day. I don't care if you do it in the morning. I don't care if you do it at night. I don't care if you do it in the afternoon. I don't care if you do it standing up, sitting down, lying down, in a chair, in a bed. I don't care. I'm telling you, this tool was bestowed on the human race 5,000 plus years ago. It is ancient. It is wise. It can unlock unimaginable things in your life. So do yourself a favor. And I will tell you my piece about meditation, because I used to meditate, 3, 4, 5 times a week, kind of on weekends I would slack. Here's what I'll tell you. If you're someone who wants to eat healthy and you eat salads or eat healthy 3 days or 4 days out of the week, right? And then the rest of the time you eat fried food and desserts and shitty shit like that, do you think that eating those 3, 4 salads a week is really making any difference in your life? I mean, be honest with yourself. Like, would it? So as much value as I got from meditating 4 or 5 times a week, I can tell you, I personally didn't understand the value of meditation. And I know I'm being a little bit preachy, but it's fine. I'm going to go with it anyway. I can tell you that I didn't get the power of meditation till I meditated every single day. And here's what I would say. Challenge yourself. Do a 30-day challenge where you meditate every day for at least 5 minutes. The best way I know how is you get the Calm app, CALM. I think for the first 14 days or something, it's free. For the month, I think it's maybe like $12. Trust me, your sanity, your health, and everything else is worth the $12. Drink 2 less coffees that week or that month or whatever it is, right? Afterwards, after you do that, what I like about the Calm app to get people started is it's trackable. Every day it pops up, it's organized, it's this, you're not searching for something, etc. My wife started with the Calm app. She actually stayed with the Calm app. My mom started with the Calm app. And now, like, for me, what I like to do is I like to do different meditations. You can't even begin to imagine how many different meditations there are on YouTube. Like, you can type in 10-minute health meditation, 15-minute money meditation, healing meditation, peaceful meditation, sleep meditation, gene activation meditation, Markaba meditation, chakra meditation. I mean, literally, like, whatever your brain can come up with, there's at least 50,000 of these different meditations, okay? So I prefer to do that. There are some that I really like, which I just save onto my phone, so I have them at all given time. Like, no matter where I am, I have it. And just give yourself that gift. Truly give yourself that gift. A lot of the things that people struggle with, whether it's from a mindset place, a health and fitness place, a circumstance place, you would be amazed what happens when you actually let this gift that we have, which is our brain, when you actually let it quietly put puzzle pieces together for you. That's it. Thank you, Amy. You just made my night. Amy just said the 30 days starts today. I love that. And come back here and update me. Next week, the week after, personal message me. I don't care. Like, I know I sound preachy, but I'm telling you, like, it will make a profound effect in your life. And so all of the excuses like, oh, I don't have time, I don't know how to do it, this and that. If you guys have any of those conversations, go get a book called Code of the Extraordinary Mind. It's by Vishen Lakhiani. He's the guy that runs Mind Valley. His last chapter in that book, he like leads you all up to this one conversation, to get you excited about meditation. In the last chapter goes through people's rebuttals. I don't have enough time. I don't know if I'm doing it right. And I don't understand the effects, or that's something like that. Those might be the three. And he just debunks them so cold that it's just like you can't even sit there and go, oh yeah, I believe that shit anymore. It just, you get how ridiculous the nonsense that comes out of your mind is. And you're like, fuck it, I'm going to meditate. And then he gives you, which is, by the way, on YouTube. So if you want, it's called the 6-phase meditation. It's a 22 or 23 minute meditation, which, by the way, I've spoken to gurus upon gurus. I've had downloads. I've had people channel. Like 22 minutes is the optimal amount to meditate. That's the number. From a lot of people, that's the number. So he does what's called an active meditation, which is you're not just sitting there and like focusing on breath, right? You're actually creating your day. You're doing a gratitude exercise. You're doing a forgiveness exercise. It's really, really powerful. So amazing, amazing place to start. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight and thank you to all of you. Again, if you want to find out more about our coaching programs, I'm going to just drop a link. You will have it.all.com. You can find out all about our academy. Let me just make sure that that's taking you to the right place. Yes. There's a webinar there that you can register for. It'll tell you about our academy. If you guys want to find out more about our one-on-one coaching or anything like that, private message Guy or I personally, go to our Facebook pages, like us, make sure you friend us before. Otherwise, your message will just go into the other folder. And love you guys. Love, love, love. Have an amazing rest of your week. And can't wait for the next time we get to chat. Bye, everyone.